Previously on Fantasy Adventure Machine.
We're on a mission. A criminal has stolen their own time hopper and is currently going through time undoing the very fabric of reality.
At this very moment, the timeline is crumbling away.
Can we go rescue Vic now?
Char points at Blithe. We know everything about you, and you need to go to jail.
I think it's time. Time for us to reckon a reckoning.
I hope that you all are ready for this because this is going to be jam-packed. We are going to get right into it. Since Zoo...
What sort of jam?
Can it be apricot jam?
Since Zoo started combat last time, we are right in combat, and it is Nightosis' turn. As Nightosis gets up and climbs out of the moat, he looks right at Wombat Zoo and yells, "You're a sniveling little suck full of suffering succotash!"
Is this Yosemite Sam?
Please roll Will.
Is he using like vicious mockery or some kind of thing like that on me?
Actually, yes.
Okay. I think you'd call that a 0. I got a 0 on my will.
I currently have an 8-shift hit against you, mentally.
Suffering succotash. I don't have a lot of stress boxes for will. I will use a fate point to use my zoology major to have faith in the animal form that I've taken and withstand his mental barrage slightly better.
So therefore, it is now a 6-shift hit.
Okay, so I will take all of my mental stress.
So you take 1 box.
Okay.
So you'll want to take the 2, and then you can take a moderate consequence.
Okay. And so what is my moderate consequence? Unexpectedly violent? Please? It's just red with rage. Seeing red. I polymorph directly into a grizzly bear. Just go ape shit out everything.
I think it should be cowed, and you turn into a cow.
Excuse
I'm
me,
a cow
I've been
now.
turned
Can I
into
go
a cow.
home?
Can I go home? Gosh dang it! People keep making my jokes.
So yeah, your moderate consequence is wounded ego.
Can I just turn into a cow for free?
No.
Not even a bull, just a cow. Like with udders and everything.
Okay.
What stage of grief is this?
Dairy.
Dairy's my favorite stage of grief. It's actually the one I go to immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
It manifests itself in ice cream or custard or...
cheese.
Yep.
Can Char see Nightosis?
Yes, he is currently on the bridge, a little bit kind of far away from you, but you can see this behemoth in trying to wear knight armor, but it doesn't really fit properly, and he doesn't have it all on.
It's just like a breastplate and then like the crotch piece.
And some armor pieces, but it's just, yeah.
So Char goes on comms. Hey, Effie, looks like you guys didn't quite get to Blithe?
That is correct. The cube-shitting animal got discovered.
I did a great wombat. That was 100% your fault, Effie. She tried to give me as a gift to the psychopath.
It was the best
I think
way
that's
to
a
get in.
fantastic idea, and 10 out of 10 would do that plan again.
You notice that I have just crapped a little ziggurat after being insulted so heavily. There's just like a pile of cubes.
Oh my gosh. Char wants to instruct some fleas to try and go inflict Nightosis.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Go ahead. We've been using Rapport for that to control the different mechs. So go ahead and use Rapport to control the fleas.
In correlation with when I did my good vibes only, would I get a bonus to this, or has it been long enough that would have like worn off?
Well, since this is a bit different from the good vibes only, you did the good vibes only to calm everyone down, and now you already have control of these fleas. It'll be... Cool.
Okay,
yeah, won't get
then
the
it
bonus.
is a +5. I rolled a +2.
Oh, wow. Are you trying to add an aspect to this?
No, I want the fleas to go and help me take control of Nightosis. So, like, basically we would do a contest for me to be able to take control of him with the fleas. I think.
I think that's cool.
So it's going to take a little bit of time for the fleas to get there, a round or
Cool.
two.
Okay, great.
This is a genius plan, by the way. I love it.
That's a really
Thank
good
you.
plan.
I can describe what happens. Here.
Yeah.
Char gets off comms with Effie, and she's looking out over all the mechs. She knows that versus Nightosis, physically, she would have absolutely zero chance of any kind of defeat. So she sees a little swarm of fleas trying to avoid getting stepped on, and she rushes over, scoops up, let's say, a handful, which is probably about like 20 of them, starts trying to rush over to come up behind Nightosis.
Nice. Effie, it is your turn.
Okay, I will try to distract Nightosis so that he doesn't see Char coming. Shooting juggling fireballs from my hand.
Roll me a resource for finding juggling fireballs.
Oh, good. I got 4.
Okay, where'd you pull these juggling fireballs from?
Don't ask that question. Nope.
Pass. Hard
My
pass.
hand
Nope.
became a fireball cannon, and then I just shot 3 fireballs, and then I just juggled them with my circus abilities and my metal hand.
You juggled 3 with one hand?
Yes.
That's quite impressive.
That
Thank
is.
you.
She is a circus pro, guys.
Yeah, roll me in athletics for that.
This is a lot of rolls.
It is.
There's a lot of stuff that you were trying to do.
3.
Okay, that was good.
One for each ball, Dan.
Yep.
Ha ha ha, Dan.
Like
Do I
that this episode, we're
succeed?
doing the opposite Lance Armstrong. That's quite nice.
Have I succeeded in juggling 3 fireballs?
You manage it, just barely. It's kind of something that you haven't done in a little bit, juggling. And so as you're starting to juggle it, you almost lose your fireballs.
Wanted to like make him think I was gonna throw them at him, and then maybe eventually throw
So
them
is
at
that a
him.
provoke?
That would be a deception. that would be deceive.
Is this a challenge? I'm doing 3 rolls.
Yes, yeah. This last one is against Nightosis' will, though.
Oh, yeah. We know he's super weak-willed.
Actually, he has +2 will.
Oh, nice. That's not too bad.
I got 2.
You actually beat me. You're trying to make it look like you're going to throw them at him,
You're
but
pump
not
faking
throw them
him.
at him.
Welcome to the circus. I am Effie Derringer. Behold my wrath.
You just hear
Badass thing
Char
you've ever
go,
said.
woo!
Van Helsing,
Oh, no. It's my turn again?
it is your turn.
I would like to get into position where I watch him and I wait for him to attempt to divide himself. And then right when I notice he's at his weakest point, I would like to shoot at him.
Okay.
It's actually really easy because he yells, "It's time to split." right when he gets to
does
his weakest
telegraph it.
point. Yeah.
That is very true. Okay. Chaos.
Chaos goes, all right, Sky Knight's coming through. This foe's beyond any of you.
Yes!
Nice rhyming.
Chaos and Rygar come up to menace Nightosis from a different angle than the current opponents. And then Chaos holds left on his joystick, which in Street Fighters, everyone knows, puts you in block position.
Of course.
And we are also going to wait for Nightosis to split.
Nice.
Okay.
Listen, we did this whole thing where Van Helsing learned the secret so he could get +2 on attack rolls. I'm not going to be an idiot and not use it.
Zoomin, it is your turn.
Okay. Obviously, my ego is very wounded because of his scathing remarks about suffering scuffletashes or something like that.
You're a little
and
suck up full of suckering.
And because of that, I'm not thinking clearly. There is something interfering with my brain, Dad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be self-activating my brawn over brain trouble. And despite the fact that Zoomin knows better that Brawn is not going to win this fight, my instincts kick in and I turn into Bethel, the Kodiak grizzly bear.
Okay, so this will take up until your next turn. Okay, so Nightosis, looking a bit more angry than he was before, he stands firm in the middle of the drawbridge, plants both feet onto the ground, says, "You single-celled organisms don't belong above ground! It's time to split!"
No! Kick his honor phase!
Flash kick! Flash kick! Flash kick! Flash kick!
Okay. Roll me a flash kick.
Wait, can I roll shoot? Because I saved my action first.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't
shoot
know
him
that. Okay,
first.
yeah. So roll me a shoot.
I get +2 to
Shoot
my
him
roll,
right
right?
in the
Roll-
mitochondria.
Yep.
It's the powerhouse of the cell.
Yeah, you get your +2.
That's the only thing I remember from school.
That gives me +3 total.
Nice. Okay. See those bullets hit him. See, where do we want to hit him?
Right in the anaphase.
Right in the anaphase. So as Nightosis is splitting, you see him about to split into two. Your bullets hit him right in the anaphase. And it's...
Which is like a glowing pink ball.
And you see him kind of vibrate, but then both of his forms start to move back together. Now it's chaos. Roll me a flash kick.
So how much bonus do I get again?
+2.
+2, plus the 2 for using my ostrich, plus the 2 for my standard fight skill, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
My total is 2.
What?
I'm done. No.
What? What did you roll? -4?
No! Oh my gosh.
No, Keith actually left.
Keith left the room
really
in
did.
disgust.
So what happens is Chaos goes, flash kick, flash kick, flash kick. And then the ostrich's leg or like toes just kind of graze Nightosis' head.
But it was enough.
That's amazing.
As Nightosis is already vibrating, your flash kick hits him square in the chest and he just bounces back into himself, and he did not split this turn.
Huzzah! We did it, Master Chaos!
Yeah, we did.
Okay, Char, you have this round to shepherd your little fleas, and then they'll reach him in the next round.
Cool. Do I need to roll again?
Yeah, roll me a rapport to make sure you still have control over your fleas.
+4.
Okay, that's enough. That's great.
Okay, as Char is running, she goes on comms and is like, hey, everyone, I'm gonna put some fleas onto Nightosis. And, you know, if you guys can, like, just keep doing the cool things you're doing, that's awesome. So, yeah, Char out.
Effie, what would you like to do? You're juggling balls.
Nightosis, which of these fireballs will be your doom? Will it be this fireball or this fireball? And then I turn my arm back into a fireball cannon and suck them up and shoot them at his face.
Okay.
I will use gun arm, and I rolled 9.
Okay.
I think the answer here is lots.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a regular ball pit over there.
You have a +5 on him. You can add a consequence and add an aspect to the scene.
Like smoke.
Smoke. Okay. And what consequence do you want to add to Nightosis?
Ash in the eyes.
Ash in the eyes. Ooh, that one's good.
5 balls to his eyeballs.
It's Van Helsing.
Okay. If I investigate him really well, could I try and find another aspect on him?
Yes, go ahead.
As I look for my vantage point on Nightosis, you know, I was staring at him last round, so I would have liked to use my insight from my staring and watching to hopefully find yet another weakness that we can exploit.
Okay.
And I roll. That's going to be +4. Great.
You can see another weakness, and with that you could give someone a +2, but you can't add an aspect to the entire scene for everyone.
I know Chaos's turn is next, so I think what I'll say is, Chaos,
Doctor?
Prometaphase will be coming soon in Nightosis. Blast him with an extra strong radiation from your ostrich. It should give us the time we need to get the flea in there.
Is he gonna get, like, hot flashes like my mom? How am I gonna know?
By my calculation, he will be taking a big breath so that he can shout, "It's time to split!"
Yeah, that's very obvious.
So Chaos, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Your biological clock is up, Nightosis.
Wow.
You can hear his uterus ticking away.
And we are going to roll a tech roll to emit a focused burst of radiation from the ostrich.
Are you doing that right now, or would you like to hold your turn until you see him breathe in?
We'll wait for the deep breath in.
Zoo, what would you like to do?
Well, I am now Bethel, the 9-foot, many hundreds of pounds grizzly bear. And so I'm going to do what she does best. I'm going to rear up on my back legs and I'm going to basically slam my upper body weight into Nightosis, but in such a way as to launch him forward onto his face because I'm a little bit behind him now that his focus is on the rest of the group.
Okay. Roll me a physique roll for that.
Okay, so that is a +9 on physique.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. 'Cause I rolled a +8, so I was like, there's no way he can actually beat this, but you did.
Heck yeah, man.
So you are able to knock him on the ground, and it's now Nightosis' turn.
Before his turn, I slam him and I'm back on all fours, and I look around and I see all like these mech animals. And because my trouble is currently triggered, Brawn over Brain, I just launch myself at the closest threat. So I've moved away from Nightosis and I'm launching myself at a group of mech dogs.
Okay, nice. So Nightosis, he doesn't get all the way up, but he gets up to his knees and his hands on the ground, and he looks out at Zoo, just eyes focused on him, takes a deep breath in.
Radiation blast! 6 on a tech roll to blast him with radiation.
Oh my heavens.
Right in the nuclei.
What would you like to name this last consequence? And would you like to describe how this works?
So this last consequence is called sudden infertility.
Fair.
Nice, nice.
You can't see anything because, of course, radiation is invisible. So all anyone sees is the ostrich opens its mouth, nothing happens. And then Nightosis fuzzes a little bit around the outline, and he feels sick to the pit of his stomach, and a little bit of hair starts falling out, and that's
I thought
really.
he was bald, but maybe that's just because Sarah drew him as a potato.
I was just trying to draw a cell.
Even if you're bald, there's hair other places that can fall out.
Oh my god! His eyebrows. He's talking about his eyebrows.
Yeah. Why would you think anything else? And then Chaos looks smug, like he's pretty sure he's done something.
Perfect timing, Chaos.
Char, it is your turn. Nightosis is struggling on his hands and knees. He looks like he is about to fall to the ground and vomit, and maybe some other things I will not say right now due to radiation poisoning.
He's gonna poop a cigarette.
His poops are not square.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Why do you know that?
Looks like you could just basically blow on him and he'd fall over.
Yeah, Char goes and she's holding the fleas in her hand and she's like, oh my goodness, Nightosis, are you okay? I hope that you do okay. And like, as she does this, she like claps him on the neck to like put the fleas on his neck.
Okay, roll me one last rapport against Nightosis' will. You can use his stunned, his ash in the eyes, sudden infertility, smoke, soggy bottom. You have like...
Use them all!
Yeah, how many of them should I use, guys?
You could actually use all of them for a +10. This is the best thing about Fate in a big boss situation is everyone gives aspects and then one person takes it and just destroys the big boss.
Yeah, so I rolled a 0.
You get a 10.
I have a +3 to rapport, but I am going to use all of the aspects on the scene so that her Nightosis is thoroughly taken over by my fleas.
Okay.
So that's a +13.
That is a +13.
Whoop, whoop.
You have an 11 shift hit on him.
Nice.
What would you like to tell Nightosis to do?
Hey, Nightosis, dance a really funny jig right now.
Yeah, it's good to test out and make sure it's working
Yeah,
before
of
you
course, of
trust
course.
him.
Nightosis struggles to his feet, physically shaking because he's so weak and fatigued, but then he starts to weakly like do his best to dance an Irish jig.
Char claps out a rhythm. He's like, okay, I'm seeing it. All right, bow down before me now. And I need you to tell me that I'm the most beautiful, pretty, talented, smart, incredible, amazing person in the world, Nightosis.
Nightosis falls to the ground and says, Nightosis believes that Char is the most beautiful, pretty, talented, smartest, amazing person in the whole world, Nightosis.
Now tell Effie the same thing, Nightosis.
Same thing, Nightosis!
Okay, close enough, close enough. So guys, we now have a wonderful Nightosis in our command. Do you guys have anything you want him to tell you?
The time is at hand. We must capture Blithe before she gets away again.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want our non-binary princess to end up in another castle again.
Nightosis, I need you to take us to Blithe, but you have to act like everything's normal, okay? Nightosis?
What do you think he acts like most of the time?
He literally has radiation poisoning right now.
He does. He struggles to his feet again and starts walking towards the castle.
I guess in order to avoid a plot hole, what is going on with everything else?
You look over, and Zoo is actually, like, using the body of one mech dog to beat down another mech dog in, like, a completely one-sided abuse of technology because they're still being peaceful, but Zoo is just, like, going ham on whatever he could find.
Someone should call Zoo and, like, whistle to him and, you know, come here, boy.
Okay. Dr. Zuman, come on. Here, boy.
Zoo throws a dog in your general direction.
Zuman, come now.
Okay. Zoo lumbers over on four legs with the spine of a mech kangaroo in his mouth.
Spit it out, Zuman.
Spits it out at your
Leave
feet.
it.
Good boy. Now let's follow the night man. Let's go.
Nightosis takes some odd steps, swaying as he's going up several staircases and down a long hall to a large double door. He grabs hold of the handles, leaning against the door for a little bit, catching his breath, and then throws open the door, walks in, says, "Nightosis says that everything's fine!"
Instantly collapses.
And collapses to the ground. Aye, love, it looks like it didn't fare too well. Well, at least there's always plan B.
Like the morning after pill? Like
What?
They don't do that anymore.
Are you all filing in behind? I don't know what you're doing.
Hiding behind the wall next to the door.
Yeah, just listening.
Okay.
I'm blowing smoke rings.
What?
Are y'all hiding?
I think that Char would have just walked in behind Nightosis.
As the doors are open, I'm going to invoke your trouble, Zoo, that as soon as you see Blithe, you are barging into that room.
Okay. I come barreling in and I side swipe Nightosis so that he crashes into a wall, and I just go charging directly toward Blithe.
Okay, as you're barreling towards Blithe, you hear this. Well, you really shouldn't have come here.
I knew it. Vic was a traitor all along. Also, I don't know why, but I'm just expecting Blithe when we walk into the room to do like what Yzma does and be like, I bet you weren't expecting this. And like start to pull up her dress. And it's a knife. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
Zoo, roll me an athletics.
I got a 6 on athletics.
Cool. Okay, so I currently have a 2-shift hit against you as a bullet is shot from the shadows and hits you right in the shoulder.
Okay, I take the 2-shift hit.
Okay.
And I keep barreling forwards because
Okay.
I'm a freaking huge bear.
So we go by notice, so it is now Char's turn.
Okay. So Char entered the room behind Zoomin. She sees the shot go off, hears where it comes from, hears Vic, and spins on the spot to try to find Vic.
Vic has come out of the shadow, so it is easy to see them.
She runs at Vic full speed and tries to tackle Vic to the ground.
Whoa.
Okay, roll me a physique for that.
Oh, great. Oh, well, I rolled a +2, so I have +3.
Oh, nice.
Can I lend a +1 because Vic is obviously very focused on the giant grizzly bear that's coming towards them?
So what would that make it, a +4?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Vic sidesteps you.
Dang it, I tried.
Sorry, I rolled a 6 on that. So
No, it's okay. I did not expect to succeed. So Char, launches herself at Vic, partially in excitement because they finally found Vic, and partially horrified that Vic is attacking Zoomin. Takes 2 steps, and then just as she goes to wrap her arms around Vic, ends up swiping through the air as Vic sidesteps her, and she takes a couple stumbling steps towards the wall in the other direction, but she spins around to look at Vic again.
Okay, it is now Effie's turn.
Char,
Effie.
do you think that maybe they have a flea? I can get you a net, and you can swipe it off their head.
A
Do you have a
net?
magnet? Maybe a magnet would work better.
Right, a magnet. Okay. And then I want to toss her a magnet.
Okay,
Or
roll
you
me a
could use the
resources.
magnet yourself. I'll be honest,
yeah, that's
you will
true.
probably have more success than Char would at using a magnet.
We don't even know if there is a little bug in there. It could be acting of their own accord.
Effie has
And they
always
probably
believed
are.
in Vic. Well, first I have to produce a magnet. Do I need roll resources for that, Dad?
Yes.
3.
It's a fridge magnet.
That's actually what I was going to go with. It wasn't quite good enough.
So are you saying it wouldn't do anything?
Yeah, that magnet wouldn't do much.
So I try to produce a magnet from my hand that produces whatever I want. And it's a very cute fridge magnet.
What does it say?
It's a unicorn and it says, "Live your dream."
I love it.
Oh, perfect.
And I toss it to Char.
Okay.
Char catches it and she goes, "Aw."
Dr. Abraham Van Helsing, what would you like to do?
I used to think that Vic stood for victory, but now I know that it stands for facetiousness. Now what do I do?
Spends 10 minutes looking up a VIC word.
Priorities. I'd say Nathan's priorities were correct in this case.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
What's in the room? Describe the room, please.
Roll me an investigate.
Ooh. Okay, that'll be +3.
You see that the room, it looks like just a great hall. There is a throne at the end that Blithe is sitting on. The throne's on top of a dais. There are columns leading up to the throne. Vic had stepped from behind one of those columns. The throne room has been updated in technology. There are some radio transmitters here and there. There are other electronic equipment in the room as well.
Okay. Specifically, is there another exit besides the way that we came in?
There are doors behind the throne.
Okay. I think I would like to move around the room so that I can block one of the exits, since we know that Blithe has a propensity to run. So I would like to block the exits.
Chaos.
Okay, so Chaos peeks around the edge of the wall, sees everything going on there, sees everything in the room, and he's going to use this turn to make a catalog of electronic devices, may be visible or invisible. Specifically, what he's going to be looking for is any fleas or other mind control devices in Vic, and any chrono suits on Vic or Blithe.
Okay, roll me a can you see what I see roll.
Do you see what I see?
Thanks, Sarah May.
5.
A flea is making Vic crazy.
Oh my god! Oh, that was incredible.
Thank you.
Okay, so in your catalog, you are able to see that some of these transmitters have been used to control the townsfolk. In your cataloging, you did move around the room, is that correct? Kind of a little bit?
I'm using my tech to try and electronically sense things
Oh, perfect.
more than make a visual surveillance.
Okay, yeah, you're able to notice all the different radios, and you also see that there is a flea, and it is in the direction that Vic's in.
Okay. And were there any chrono suits?
Yes, both Vic and Blithe are wearing chrono suits.
Okay. All right, guys, there is a flea in Vic's general direction. Also, there's some of those time suits running around, so be aware that time might be a little wibbly.
Wobbly, timey-wimey.
Fair enough.
Guess what, Zoo? It is your turn.
Yay! Yeah, I launched myself into Blithe. Like
Okay,
full
cool.
body attack.
Okay, roll me a physique for that.
So that is a +7.
I rolled a 10.
So a fate point wouldn't get me there.
No.
2 fate points would get you there.
True.
If you damage the suit, that might be beneficial for the rest of us.
Getting 2 fate points just to get a 1-shift hit against Blithe doesn't seem really worth it.
Nope.
Okay, I'm going to hold on to my fate point, and I guess I do not succeed.
Okay, as you launch yourself at Blithe, you see her shimmer, and then you hit the throne, and the back of the throne breaks off as you smash into the throne, and then she is right next to you.
You overshot because you didn't realize that the conversion rate from kilometers an hour to miles per hour was like almost double.
Dang it. Okay, so I crash headfirst into the back of this stone throne, and it falls and hits like a giant cement tombstone and cracks into pieces on the ground. And I'm obviously very disoriented. I look around and I see Blithe beside me, and I rear up in preparation of trying to attack her again.
Okay, it is Blythe's turn. She just looks at you. Oi, Poor Dr. Zooman. You really weren't the brightest, are ya? And please roll will.
My will. Guys, like, back off with my will. Well, I got a -1.
I have an 8-shift hit against you.
Oh.
Mentally.
Ooh.
I may die.
And she goes on to say, your father deserved the doctorate, but you really don't.
Okay, 8-shift hit against me means no matter what, I'm taking a severe consequence.
Would you like some assistance? I could use my lion at bay stunt to maybe make that a little bit better for you.
I would need to get
I
down
don't
to
think
a
there's anything
2.
you can do, Nathan.
Yeah, no, I'd have to use both my fate points plus your help to knock
So I would
it down
take
to
it.
something
I would get
worth
to
it.
do a +3 fate roll to reduce it by that much damage. So average, it would be reducing it by 3, but I could do better possibly.
So that gets to a 5, and then my 3 box gets down to a 2. So yes, that would be helpful.
Okay. As her insult rings in your ears, you hear in the back of your mind Dr. Van Helsing shout, "Friend Suman, don't listen to her. You deserve your doctorate. You are a genius and a scholar."
Roll
And
deceive.
I roll. I actually got +2 on my fate roll, so that's going to be a total of +5 that you get to add to your defense.
Whoa, so 5 plus my 3 is an 8, so it does no consequences. Thank you very much, Dr. Van Helsing. It enrages me further.
Okay. Vic is actually going to shoot at you again.
Oh no.
Gosh, dang it.
So roll me in athletics. And I'm going to use a fate point to call my shot. Declare a specific condition to inflict. If succeeded, place situation aspect on them in addition to hitting.
I got a +4.
Oh, nice. Okay.
For who?
Okay, so for me.
Dang it!
So I call lame shoulder. That is a mild aspect here. It's not a consequence, but you do take 2 physical stress, and I'm going to use my uncanny accuracy to stack an additional aspect onto that. So now the lame shoulder has 2 invocations that can be used instead of 1.
Dang.
Okay.
Man, it really sucks when the enemies use the mechanics of the game.
Yeah.
It was working so well for us when it was just us.
I feel like this is Dan's one opportunity, really, to be like, you guys are really frustrating, and now I get to take out all of my frustration from the past 24 episodes on you in one fight.
I wonder if this season finale ends with just us effed up on a castle floor while Blithe and Vic just twaddle off.
It could.
Because that's where it's going for me.
It's the way that things end sometimes.
Hey everyone, sorry to interrupt what must be another fantastic episode of the podcast, but here are a few words from our sponsors.
Hey folks, Sarah here, aka Charlotte Rossetti, aka Char. Thanks so much for listening. I know there's a lot of content out there to consume, so the fact that you've taken this time to bear with our ragtag group as we gallivant across the universe means a lot. If you'd like to subscribe on your listening platform and or leave an iTunes review, we'd really appreciate it. And don't forget to follow and share our content on social media where you can find us as Fantasy Adventure Machine.
Okay, Char, it is your turn.
Yeah, so Char is close to Vic, and she kind of just holds her hands out, and she's like, Vic, look, I know that I didn't trust you all the way, and I know that you're probably being controlled by someone else right now, but I know that there's also the wonderful space non-binary captain inside that brain of yours still. So I want you to just like take several deep breaths, center yourself in your heart, and know that we should not be shot at anymore. Okay? And she's going to try to bring out Vic's humanity.
Okay, roll me rapport.
Yeah, I rolled a -3, so I have a straight 0 for that roll.
Okay, so empathy is rolled against that. Would you like to roll me a notice as well?
Yeah. I did roll a +2 for that. Would have
Okay.
been nice to roll that on my other roll.
Then
but
you can
that's
actually see the place in the back of Vic's neck where the flea is. For empathy, I have 0 skills. I rolled a +1.
That's
Oh,
more than my
no.
0.
Okay, Vic, after shooting Zoomin, kind of turns their head a bit and grunts, "You don't know the half of it," and then just goes back.
Legit, I thought you were going to be like,
Effie,
Yes.
'tis your turn.
I'll use my extra gun arm, which makes it sound like I have 3 arms, to change my fireball cannon into an EMP gun.
Yeah.
And I will shoot it in Vic's general direction. But,
Okay.
like a sniper. Got a -1, but that's
Oh,
still
wow.
6.
holy crap.
What? Ah!
Wait, GM, where do I go to get, abilities like this?
Okay, I'm going to use my Chronosuit ability, which means I have to spend a fate point. You see Vic kind of shimmer and then appear on the other side of the room.
I missed then.
You would have hit. Okay, Dr. Van Helsing's turn. Vic is now on the same side of the room as you are.
I pull out the strong magnet again that we know I have from my medical bag.
Okay.
And I say, yet another surgery. And I try to apply the magnet to Vic's neck.
Okay, roll me a surgical roll.
Yes.
What can I defend war with?
Wow. I rolled +3. So that's actually a total of 6.
Oh my, that's good.
I've been saving all my good rolls for the finale. This is insane.
That's good, because Sarah and I are having very up and down rolls.
Okay, Dr. Van Helsing, I rolled a 3.
Yes!
So you succeeded with style.
Great. I'm assuming the aspect is that I take out the flea from Vic's neck.
Describe how you're using the magnet to deactivate the flea.
So, yeah, I have a very strong magnet. And I think what I do is I run towards Vic's arms, like I'm going to give them a hug. And then I wrap my arms around their body and I put the magnet to their neck. And if it doesn't come out right away, I will also have a scalpel handy to do a little incision like Dr. Pimple Popper.
You've been watching YouTube again, haven't you? That's Van Helsing.
That venerated medical body.
Okay, you give 1 stress to Vic because of that. The flea is pulled out of their neck, and there's now an open wound in the back of Captain Vic's neck.
Over comms. Van Helsing, hold on to that for me. I haven't got one yet.
And then you hear, "You're all a bunch of asses. How many times have I told you to stop talking over the comms? I could hear every single fracking thing that you said."
For the last 3 months.
Captain Vic, we are so glad to have you back again as yourself.
This whole time you're just hugging them?
Yeah.
Take your arms off of me.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Chaos, it's your turn.
All right. Chaos zeroes in on the systems for Blythe's Chronosuit, and it's time to hack the planet. I know it's not much to you guys, but it's a +2 to me.
Hey!
Whoa!
Yeah, with Hack the Planet, so my tech skills for Hack the Planet's +3, +2, so I'm sitting at a 9.
Wow, that is
Damn.
very impressive. I don't know
Yeah,
if I ever
that's
rolled that
amazing.
high.
And I'm willing to spend my last fate point because what we're making happen is we are hacking Blythe's Chronosuit to freeze them in time.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
So she won't be able to move?
Yep, she'll just be stuck. She'll be frozen. We'll be able to pick her up and move her around like a cardboard standee.
Okay, Blythe's suit is now non-functioning, and until she is attacked, she is frozen in time.
I am invincible!
Dr. Zoomin, it is your turn.
Seeing that Blythe is immobilized and I was already taking a couple steps back and my shoulder is quite legitimately effed up, Zoo sort of starts to breathe easy and turns to sort of guard Blythe, I guess.
Actually, Dr. Zoomin, seeing that Blythe is now easy prey and your ego's already been wounded, your shoulder's been wounded, you aren't thinking clearly. And I am going to again invoke your brawn over brain.
Okay, so change of plans. So I begin to back down, but then just like you say, I see beads of sweat coming down Blythe's head, and I can see that she's obviously completely vulnerable to me at this point. And even though my human mind is saying it's time to back down, it's over, the fight is done, my predator brain kicks in and I basically go full mama bear cubs moment, right? Blythe is a danger, my friends are here, Blythe is always getting away. And so the fear coupled with the anger takes over. And instead of backing away, I rear up and I basically backhand Blithe with my full strength, knocking her basically across the room towards Char.
Okay, as you're rearing up and backhanding, you hear Vic yell, Zoo, no! Roll physique.
Yep, okay. This is probably the least awesome time to roll a +3 on the dice. But that's just what it is. And so that is 3, 7, 9. That is a +9.
Okay, give me a severe consequence for Blithe.
I am going to say head trauma. So, like, she literally flies across the room and hits her head against the castle wall.
Damn.
Nice. I don't see any way that this could possibly go wrong for us.
She is right next to Char, and it is actually Blythe's turn.
Okay, good luck.
Where Blithe, in desperation, grabs Char and points a gun to her head.
Zoo immediately tries to, like, run towards Blithe, seeing what's going on.
Okay, so Char, roll me a physique to not be grappled.
I rolled a -1, so I have 0.
Ooh, yeah, I rolled a +6.
Ooh.
Cool. Am I taking any stress?
No, you are not taking any stress at this time.
Yeah, Char goes willingly. She knows she won't win the fight. She's headbutted this woman before.
It's like what animals just go limp when you touch them when they're in danger.
Dead fish.
Fainting goats.
Okay, I will snipe Blythe.
Okay.
Can I hide behind something? Then she has to defend with notice instead of athletics.
Yeah, you can dive behind a column and shoot from the cover of the column.
Okay, in the style of Padme, who we all know is an excellent shot, I just
Yes.
decided. I hide behind a column and I snipe her with all of my great circus abilities, and I roll a 6.
Nice. Okay. I actually rolled a 7 on my notice.
Ooh.
Blythe notices everything. Her mind has been opened.
So would it have better if I had her defend against athletics?
No, her athletics is higher. Dr. Van Helsing.
I would like to flank them.
Yeah, you could walk around. They're about 20 feet away, 30 feet away.
Yeah. I guess it would be important for me to try to sneak around as well, since this is a hostage situation.
Okay. Roll me a sneak roll.
Not one that I have.
Let's see how loud your knees creak.
Yeah. Okay. So I rolled a +1, but if it's close, let me know, and I will use my phase 3 aspect Protector of the Innocent to add 2.
Yeah, it is actually pretty close.
Okay, I will spend my last fate point because I see that one of my friends is in trouble and I desperately want to help them, so I sneak around the room, holding back all the creaking in my knees with all my might.
Okay.
Until I'm in a position where I could be helpful.
Okay, nice.
I'm sorry, I thought you were like, not an idiot? Maybe? Part of Frozen and...
Chaos. What would you like to do?
And try and keep that from going off. I'll spend my last fate point to
Gun?
hack the
Okay.
gun. 6.
Okay, that was... It's barely enough where you think it might have worked.
All right, everybody, I'm 83% sure that I completely disabled Blythe's gun, so let's all act like it doesn't work anymore.
Really, really appreciate the effort there.
Why are you talking? I've got a gun to your head.
It's a really nice gun. OMG. Did you get this at a mall?
At a mall. Guns are us.
Did you pick this up at a Walmart? What's going on?
Any Walmart in America will have plenty of guns, thank you.
Accurate.
Okay, Dr. Zoomin.
Well, you tell me, is my trouble still...
Yes.
Okay, so this whole time, obviously, I'm at war with myself, trying to regain control of my animal instincts. I would like to roll a straight fate roll, Dan, to see if I can take charge of my body and self again.
Okay.
My body and soul.
Okay, I'm going to roll fate. That's a -1. I do not succeed at exerting control over the animal instinct. And so at 35 miles an hour, I barrel directly towards Blithe and Char, and I guess I'll roll physique to see if I hit them.
And Char, go ahead and roll in athletics to try and get away. You do have a -2 because you are grappled.
Yeah, so that's a -1 total.
Can I help you since I'm right there?
Could. If you want to get in on this, go ahead and try and get in the way.
I rolled a +8. You still want to get in the way? Or you could just try and shoot me. I mean, I kind of have it coming.
I feel like what I would do, I will just jump up in there and use my body as a shield.
Oh, we're damaging two people here.
I mean, that is pretty on character.
Yeah.
It seems like you're in a dilemma here, Dr. Van Helsing. I am going to invoke your trouble of overinvested in the helpless, and Char is pretty helpless. You're going to try, and you're going to have to use your lion at bay to get in the middle of this.
Okay, yeah. I will push past them, kind of like jump in front of them and shove them behind me and stand up in a T pose.
Okay.
With all my fury.
You are going to be taking some of this damage yourself, then.
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and roll.
I did roll a 0, so I guess I would be using my physique, which is +2.
Okay, so yeah, for Char, it shaves 2 off the hit, and he takes that 2 damage.
Okay.
So that was 9, so it's still 7 damage to Char. And then Blithe, being behind Char, was able to move out of the way and only takes 2 damage.
All right. This really sucks. Okay, so I come barreling down. You know, the animal instinct is in full control at this point, and I sort of barrel kind of through Van Helsing, like I kind of like glance him and knock him to the ground. But seeing him there, I was raising my left claw to swipe, and because Char is on Blithe's right side, my claw connects with her first and leaves 3 massive gash marks across her chin and neck before then glancing off Blithe's gun, which hits Blithe, giving her 1 damage and then skitters to the floor. So I'd like to add an aspect of disarmed to Blithe, and then unfortunately I think, Char, that means you're kind of on the ground bleeding a whole bunch at this point. And Zoo, seeing what he has done, stops and freezes and looks down at his paws in a very human gesture and just shrinks down to human size and is looking at his now blood-soaked hands and looking at Char and like rushes over and cups his hands over Char's neck trying to stem the bleeding. And, you know, there's chaos around and screaming, and I'm just sort of there trying to stop it.
What did you do?
And I'm yelling, Doc! Van Helsing, come on, I'm not this kind of doctor, please! Doc, help her! But you're also knocked to the ground, so, like, that's going to be a thing. So I'm just trying to stop her from bleeding out, and I'm not even paying attention to Blithe at this point.
Char does not scream throughout any of this. She does not make any sound. She is absolutely gone in a freeze response. And as Zoo has his hands on her neck, she just puts a hand on top of his and pats it gently.
And Zoo is literally crying. There are like tears streaming down my face and onto Char and onto the ground. And I'm just calling over and over again, Van Helsing, please, Van Helsing.
Char, please take a fate point for being emotionally unavailable when you're in so much trauma.
Absolutely.
Dr. Zoomin, however much damage you just dealt Char, please take that in mental stress.
Holy crap. Okay, so that was 7.
Yeah.
So that takes out my last mental stress box, and I still have 6. So that gives me a severe consequence. What would you like me to call it, Dan?
I think at this time you would be completely devastated.
Okay.
With who you are and what you've become.
Ooh, am I a monster?
Ha 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 ha. Am I a monster?
Okay.
Am I a puppet?
It is now Blithe's turn.
If literally one person insults me, I'm effed. Like,
yes.
You little maggot.
I black out. I am the only one stemming the blood from Char's neck.
Okay. Blithe is actually going to look at everyone, and these words will affect everyone. And she laughs and says, "You see, kittens, this is why you will never amount to anything." Everyone roll will.
I have a -1.
I also have a -1.
I got a +3, amazingly.
I got
+5.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay, what did she roll?
I actually rolled terribly, but it was a 4. So this does not affect Effie or Van Helsing, but Zoo, please take a mild consequence. And if you take one more consequence, then you'll be out.
Okay, so what can I call this consequence?
It'll be an extreme. How about Salt in the Wound? Chaos and Char, you both have 5 mental stress.
That takes out my temporary box and gives me the mild consequence.
So this would take out my 3 mental stress box, and then it would give me a severe consequence.
Oh, okay. Your severe consequence is confidence shattered.
Okay.
It is now Vic's turn. So Vic is going to yell over to Blithe. No, Blithe. You will not amount to anything. That's why you bring so much destruction to everything you touch. That's why we could never work out.
Oh, dang.
Shots
At this point, you hear
fired.
Nightosis being like, I thought I was your only love. Nightosis was your only love.
So let's see how well Blythe does on Will. Oh, it's weird rolling against myself. So I rolled a +7 for provoke, and Will is 4.
Take that,
Okay.
Blithe.
Okay, so I need a consequence for her. Heartbroken.
Confidence shooketh.
Whoever attacks her can use her consequences against her, and her disarmed, heartbroken, and head trauma. It is now Char's turn. I'm so sorry, Char.
So Char looks up at Zoomin and sees how incredibly distressed he is. Chaos is running around yelling, and, Van Helsing looks stressed out. Everyone looks kind of stressed out. And Char continues to pat Zoomin's hand and says, as sincerely as she can manage through slightly what I'm assuming is garbled speech, Zoo, it's okay. We're all okay, everyone.
Good vibes only. Good vibes only.
We've gotten so far together, and I know that now that we have Vic back, we can pull through this. Everyone just needs to have a big, huge group hug, including Blithe, because maybe you just don't know what love really feels like. Maybe. So I'm spending my last fate point to invoke some good vibes on everyone in the room. I do have a +8 against everyone's will.
I got a +2.
I got a 1.
I got a +5.
2.
All of you succumb to the good vibes.
Vic has a +1 and Blythe has a +6. So Blythe is going to use your hideous figure of gashes on the face and neck and sore jaw, remembering that she gave you that sore jaw, and use that to remind her that no, your good vibes are just skin deep and your skin.
And currently bleeding out all over the floor.
Oh, man.
To succeed that roll, but Vic is calmed down a bit and not going to kill Blythe like they were intending to.
Cool.
It is now Effie's turn.
My instinct was to go over and restrain her.
Do it. Grapple her.
it.
I want to walk up behind her and wrap my arms around her like she's wearing a straitjacket in a pseudo hug.
I think you should use all our aspects.
What are her aspects?
Blythe is heartbroken, head trauma, and disarmed.
Okay, well, if we're using physique, then I got 4. So I'll use 2 aspects to make it a +8.
Okay. With that, you succeed with style, and she is grappled. You can put a new aspect on her.
I would like to put an aspect of restrained.
Okay, it is Van Helsing's turn.
I'm torn between wanting to help or kill. But you know what? I'm pretty sure Blythe just had their turn not that long ago. I'm going to try to help Char.
Okay.
Because I'm on the ground next to Char. I'll get up off the ground, and immediately seeing that Char is in pain, I'm going to walk over to her and perform acts of medical science.
Wow, you are such a good doctor, Nathan.
Yes. Acts of medical science.
Well, my first thought is if I should get out my blood transfusion kit, but then I noticed that Char probably doesn't need a blood transfusion. She probably just needs, like, some stitches.
That thing they're always talking about.
She got 2 bear claws to the throat. Like, I know it's not actually a severe consequence,
She
but
needs a blood
does
transfusion.
Need something. She's
Oh.
not gonna walk it off.
A blood
Leeches,
transfusion.
I think I might
Leeches,
leave,
leeches.
like, for the next
Okay,
5
okay.
minutes while you discuss this, because I'll pass out
So
in real
she
life.
does need a blood transfusion. In that case, I start wringing my hands. And I look around for any strong young men to give blood.
Well, there's Zoo.
I extend my arm and I say, "Take it from me, Doc.
Just stitch
I'm-
up and give her some water.
I'm O negative," or whatever the universal donor is. And you're like, "What the hell is O negative?"
Yeah.
Well, go ahead and
Nightosis
roll
is
me
right
an
there.
Acts of Medical Science roll.
Ooh, that's a double plus. And if we're using lore, which we have been, that's a +5 superb.
Great job.
You get the vein on the first try, my dude.
The first priority is going to be to stop the bleeding. I'm going to take some bandages with that +5 roll. I take bandages and gauze, and I'm going to try and stop the bleeding first.
Okay.
And I apply pressure to the wound.
Okay, good job.
Thank you. I'm a trained medical doctor.
Oh god, we're all gonna die.
Chaos. What would you like to do?
I finally walk all the way into the room. And right behind me is Rygar. And I point at Blithe and I say, Flash kick!
Oh my gosh. Please knock Blithe unconscious with a Rygar kick to the face. That is
Please roll me a Rygar kick.
so much better than anything else I could think of.
Do I get any bonuses for Blythe being restrained?
Blythe gets a -2.
Cool. My roll is a 5.
You succeed with style.
What?
Because I rolled a 2.
Nice.
Flawless victory.
No.
Boom!
So Rygar walks casually up to Blythe and
Casual.
performs, well, it's a sachet, like Rygar's an ostrich. They always kind of have that suggestive part of their motion. I don't know.
Suggestive. Okay, we're getting a tad weird. Bro?
And Rygar executes a perfect flash kick.
Beautiful. You love to see it.
Okay, what would you like the consequence to be named?
Dislocated jaw, bitch.
Okay, would you like to describe this even more? Or
Yeah, no.
Just-
I'm not dictating the
Is-
consequence. That's up to Logan. I was making a joke.
oh, I was writing down dislocated jaw, bitch. So describe how you take Blythe out.
All right. So, as everyone knows, a flash kick is a kick that involves doing a backflip while you're executing it.
What?
Sure. Why not?
All right.
And this is exactly what happens. The body knows what fighters don't. How to protect itself. A neck can only twist so far. Twist it just a hair more and the body says, hey, I'll take it from here because you obviously don't know what you're doing. Lie down now, rest, and we'll talk about this when you regain your senses. It's called the knockout mechanism.
Wow.
And as Blythe's neck twists just a little too far, she slumps senseless in Effie's arms.
Nice.
Effie,
I
you now have
promptly
a...
drop her.
Oh my gosh.
Sheesh!
You drop to the unconscious Blythe to the floor.
Yep, like dirty laundry.
As Blythe's unconscious body hits the floor, Vic walks up to her. I'll take it from here. They pull out handcuffs from a jacket pocket and handcuff Blythe's hands behind her back. Well, looks like I better get these two back to the timeline. They walk over to Nightosis, who is formerly known as Mycotosis.
The artist formerly known as.
Yes. And about to touch him, they stop short and say, looks like this one got a shot of radiation or something. I hope no one touched him after that.
I wouldn't worry about it. We're all used to living with a nuclear power plant.
Bit hesitantly, they take Mycotosis's hands and handcuff them behind his back as well. Before leaving the room, Vic stops and says, I don't think Blythe's gonna need this chronosuit. They unlatch Blythe's chronosuit and let it fall to the ground. Kind of useless now anyways, after what Chaos did to it. All right, let's head back.
Chaos collects the chronosuit.
Char does not move.
Yeah, so he looks down at Char. Are you able to, like, walk yet? Like, what's the deal?
You must be asking her medical professional. So,
Char's taking a few selfies.
yeah. Char is definitely doing better, as you can tell.
Hashtag survivor.
Yeah, she's gonna need to be carried, but she's not dying anymore. We can carry her together.
Okay. I look down at Char and I kind of cough and clear my throat and I say, Char, can I help you back to the ship? And like, I extend my hands, but I'm very obviously reserved about coming near you because I just slit your throat open.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
If you want, I can get Effie.
kind of like motions for you to come a little bit closer.
I do.
So I know that you wanted this to be a huge moment where we like where we can make up or something, you know, like after you cut/ripped my throat open. But I would take an Effie carry right now.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I go over and call Effie over and pull her towards you and then walk away.
I scoop Char up like a princess.
I'm rigging all of Blythe's electronics to explode as we walk away.
Nice.
Which will give us a Hollywood exit.
Indeed.
You're cool, Char. I got you. Just toss your hair over your shoulder while we go, and it'll work perfectly.
Okay, as you leave the throne room, each electronic, laptop, transmitter, every single one hear this small explosion as they explode and disintegrate, creating these like fireworks behind you as you walk away.
Do the mechs that are attacking the villagers also do that?
Rygar, walk cool.
You leave the castle behind you, and all of the mechs have now disintegrated, and the townsfolk are looking around confused.
Did you get a flea?
Wait, who turns around to look at the explosion? Does anybody?
Do we turn to salt if we do?
No, you're just less of a badass if you do.
No, I didn't. Effie's too much of a badass to turn around.
Okay. I'm going to turn around as anyone going to chastise me.
I just grab your shoulder and slowly turn you back towards the front.
No.
I just sort of shake my head.
No. If anyone's ever wanted to beat up Zoo, now's the moment.
Yeah. One swift kick in the butt and I will literally die. So
I'm pretty sure we can still exploit every single one of his consequences because none of them have been invoked yet.
accurate.
True. When you get back to Beth, Vic is standing outside the ship, dragging both Blithe and Nightosis behind them.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
This is a big dude.
Vic's a badass. They turn to you and say, well, you ready?
I look down and I just walk past Vic and onto the ship.
Time to go home.
Char just looks up and goes, has anyone ever noticed that there are things in the sky? I'm fine.
I don't think she's fine. Nope. As you walk on the ship, Jake Baum walks out of the bridge wearing Van Helsing's bathrobe, carrying a plate full of Salisbury steak, gelatin salad with a slathering of Miracle Whip, and pineapple upside-down cake. Oh, there's where y'all went. No, I finally crawled out of the gunnery, and y'all had left. I thought this just traveled in space. Did you know it travels in time? We're in the past. No, some medieval town or something like that, you know? I didn't want to get out, stepping on butterflies and all that. Wait, were y'all outside? Did any of you step on a butterfly?
Ah, Jake, you took up my offer to wear my dressing gown.
No, it's really comfy. Thanks, Doc.
Did you like my chair also?
No, which
Why
one's
do
your
I feel
chair?
like this sounds like perverted. Like Van Helsing's like, yes, I lured you in with my bathrobe and my chair.
I can never watch them again.
Now let's go try my back rubs.
Vic looks at Jake, looks at all you, and I see you picked up a stray.
We thought that Jake would like to join the crew, or we just
You're
totally
right.
forgot about him multiple times. One of those things is correct.
Stray.
So many times.
Effie wants to take Char for some water and to lay down.
Char does not resist.
Vic turns to all of you before y'all leave. I really want to thank you. I couldn't have done this without y'all. It looks like it's time for me to get back to my own time and take Blithe and Nightosis with me. Tell you what, there's a little skiff in this ship that is already punched into my time. The only place it can return to is my time. So I'll take that. Looks like y'all have a lot more adventures to go on. So I'll let you borrow the ship for now.
I thought we were all gonna go home too.
If you want to go back to your own time, I'm not stopping you. I think the only person stopping you is you. There is a lot of mess to clean up, and I leave that to you.
That's really nice of you, Vic. I need the transportation so I can find the people who made me kill my father.
I agree, and you got the right crew.
Wait, you killed your dad?
You didn't know that?
Effie, there's so much more I still need to learn about you. I'll go with you.
Thank you, Char. Yeah, we'll have to take care of you before we go for revenge. That goes without saying. And I have more I'd like to learn about you as well.
All you need to do is follow me on Twitter, Instagram.
There's a med bay that we can take Char to near my quarters. I found it the other day. The bad news is it's a 15-minute walk from here to my quarters.
That's okay. I could carry Char forever.
Oh, Chaos, just install one of those, walking escalator things they have in airports.
Oh. Beth, are you okay with that?
That's a 0.
No.
Unfortunately, Chaos, I cannot do this for you on such short notice. You will have to ask me on a future date.
I didn't really think we were in a dating relationship, but that's okay, I guess.
Anything can happen in the time void.
Whoa! Whoa! Not what I was expecting!
AI gets lonely too.
Vic, you've been a great inspiration to us all, even when we were trying to kill you and or abandon you in France.
Well, I think y'all are in good hands.
Wait, whose hands? Oh, I'm in Effie's.
You really need to take care of her.
We will. Before you leave, can you give me any clues where to start my search for vengeance?
I think if you check the archives, you'll find some information. Let me just type in some things here. And Vic drops an unconscious Nightosis in the corner and Blithe on top of him and walks over to the computer and starts typing.
We all knew Blithe was a top.
Yeah, I'm not even remotely surprised.
Dreidel, 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 I made you out of clay.
What?
Because a dreidel's like a top.
Oh, a top.
This was kind of hard to find, but looks like there's a faction from past my time that has been sending assassins to take out supers in the timeline. Was your father a super?
I guess he could have been. He did know some parts of the future. Not as much as my grandmother did, but he did know some.
Well, it looks like right now there's a time anomaly that was detected. It's kind of small, but in 1875. I don't have time to go look at this, because I gotta take care of Blithe and Nightosis, but I think y'all should. But first, take care of the stray. Not take him out, just take him back to his timeline.
Take care of the spare.
Jake, I already forgot you were here.
Again?
Honestly, yes. Honestly, yes.
Yeah, it wasn't even that hard.
It kind of
He's so
seems like you
forgettable.
belong. Did you want to stay?
You know, I got me a family back there. I really think that I should go back to him, you know?
Dead the apple of my eye. First stop, 1960, wherever we picked up Jake from. And then to the past!
Come on, Char, let's get you to that med bay.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Effie. But just make sure that I don't have to eat any of that hospital food, because it's disgusting.
Keith, do you want to
I'll
offer
ask
to
Beth.
bring her Cool Ranch Doritos?
Zoo is actually already sort of walked out of the bridge and is just kind of like sitting in like the mess hall.
There you have it. Season 1 is ended. Congratulations, everyone. You all get to level up. Fam, thank you so much for joining us through our journey of Season 1. We really hope that you enjoyed listening to us, and we want to let you know that we're going to have 2 bonus episodes coming out, one of which is going to be a Season 1 after party. Join us for that. We'll see you next time.